Iris was in the Somnium earlier.
Oh,
Yes,
so
we saw.
what do you got to say about this whole thing?
An unidentified figure tried to stab Iris to death. And Date and Aiba...
Who is that figure?
Probably so himself.
True, he could imagine himself in his Somnium that way. Mr. Date's ego algorithm processed the figure into that particular image.
What are you people talking about? If you're quite done here, hurry up and release me.
Different strings of the characters and numbers continues to scroll on the monitor.
I want to beat someone to have that thing.
I
Right?
see. Apparently you need your dosage increased.
What doses?
Dosage?
Many objects are scattered on the table. I opened the binder. It's a map of the shoujo. The CRT monitor. A metal shelf. This monitor is turned off. This door leads to the think room. A chair. You can see the sink machine through the window. Locker. But I would give it to be trapped in there with Raika. He looks tired. The machine hasn't fully worn off yet. It makes him a bit dizzy. It looks the same as usual.
The subject of the sink remembers certain persons or objects that appear in Somnium. But they might not have a clear form. Our dreams are sometimes vague or unclear after all. Even the subject of the dream themselves. I told you earlier that the sinker experiences the dream from the perspective of an observer. That is why the person creating the dream can appear within it. But perhaps they do not have an objective view of themselves, like a mirror or picture. Perhaps he's never watched himself on television. Rare for a politician, but not unheard of. He lacks that objective picture of himself. He remains stoic and unattached despite his position of power. I find that quite powerful. To be able to put your ego aside and see yourself as God sees you is an ability many charismatic people share.
Aha, Peter. We think this guy killed someone, remember that?
During a sync, the sinker's consciousness, or ego, is brought into the subject's somnium. They enter the subconscious mind, or more accurately, sink into it. At this time, the sinker's memories are left in their original body. Picture an egg. The ego is the egg yolk that goes into the subject's brain. The sinker's memories are the whites which remain in the shell. The sinker, or rather the sinker as their pure ego, experiences the subject's somnium. But to be precise, it is not only ego. When synced, a modicum of memory data does get sent into the subject's brain. Imagine separating an egg yolk from its whites. No matter how you try, some of the egg whites will always stick to the yolk. This is just like that.
Right.
He may not have a rational, objective assessment of himself. So, even if this figure is ambiguous,
It could be so.
indeed. Imagine the human brain as being made up of two elements: memory and algorithmic structure. The former is preferable because the latter can be problematic. It can output things based on the inputs it is given. To make this easier to understand, compare this to a computer. Memory is like your data stored on a hard disk. The algorithm is the program. This program controls everything, from higher cognitive functions to primitive instinct. This program is what creates the phenomenon of consciousness.
Right.
In short, it is your ego algorithm, what you call your mind. Recognition, cognition, consciousness. All of these processes are incomprehensible without the ego algorithm. However, the Wadjet system is revolutionizing the way we think about consciousness.
The Wadjet system controls my core programming.
Yes, I know that, Iva.
Using Wadjet, we could map the neural circuitry of the human brain. And we discovered a specific circuit that is key to the phenomenon of consciousness. However, we human beings are still unable to fully grasp it. It's far too complicated. But even if we don't understand it, we can still use it. You don't have to understand electromagnetism to use a microwave oven. The Wadjet system is how we are able to extract the sinker's consciousness. That is what makes sinking possible.
That's interesting. We use the same system as Iva for this machine. Somehow. The boss is standing there.
Come to think of it, I still haven't heard your explanation for this. 2 days ago, you called Shoko Nadami just after 9 p.m. Why?
That is a private matter that I will not discuss with you.
You probably should.
I've been telling you I don't know anything.
That's impossible. I saw Iris in your dream. You have to have some memory of her.
What are you talking about? I don't understand a word of this. I didn't.
Are you planning on acting dumb all night? How did you know Iris was stabbed?
I heard it.
What?
On my way to this place, I heard that woman over there talking.
Really, boss?
Something about a girl who got stabbed in the back.
I don't
Are you
believe.
talking about me?
Yes,
I
you.
don't believe you, so.
I don't remember exactly what I said. It's possible that I mentioned a body with stab wounds to the back.
Boss.
It is impossible to determine now. He very well may not have seen Iris's body.
He must have.
No. He still must have. He was
It
in the
was on the
warehouse.
table right in front of the
But does
door.
that mean we can conclude for certain that he saw the corpse?
What were you doing at 5 p.m. 2 days ago?
Reading a book at home. You can ask my housekeeper or my bodyguards. They will confirm that for you.
That does match what the bodyguard said earlier.
But they're like family to him. They're not above telling a lie to protect their boss.
The color is drained from his face.
I saw it on the monitor. Iba saving Iris as she was being stabbed. Of course, since you and Iba are one and the same, it's
That's
like you
great.
saved her, Date. but that was just a dream.
Picking
It's
that
not real.
guy off.
Saving her in Somnium won't save her now. I'm sorry.
Date, the investigation team is calling.
This is Date from Abyss. What happened?
I'm not done talking to.
There's something we want to check. Is now a good time?
Sure, what is it?
You said you found a body at Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. The one at Ariake? Warehouse District?
Yes, that's right.
Huh. Okay.
Why? What happened?
It's, not here.
What's not there?
We searched all over the warehouse.
This
Didn't
isn't good.
find any bodies.
I must have done something for this bodyguard. And apparently I didn't get to finish talking to the boss.
What do you mean there's no body?
Well, Dante, you can quite clearly see there's
we
no
looked
body.
everywhere, but nothing.
Date, I am not doubting you. However, are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I saw it. I know I saw it. I saw Iris's body with my own right eye.
Then perhaps someone moved the body. Between the time we left and CSI arrived.
No, there's another possibility.
There is?
What's that exactly? Where are you going, Dante? Just because you saved her in the Somnium doesn't mean. Unless this is some... what the...
Date?
He's pulling his
Iris.
bullshit again.
What are you doing? Barging in without ringing the doorbell? Oh, you see, Mizuki ended up staying at my place. Something wrong?
So we can save people in Somnium,
The
I
world.
guess.
Changed.
Ugh. You got the twin sister, Iris.
Iba and I saved Iris during the sink yesterday. She wasn't killed.
True, but that was only a dream.
Maybe the dream changed reality.
How?
Impossible.
Then how else would you explain it? Iris came back to life.
In my... Push, good.
Hey, Date, who's cuter? The Matryoshka or Iva?
Troska,
The
right.
first one.
I will carve out your insides and turn you into a Matryoshka.
It's a large key. A cabinet. Bags hung up racks. They're filled with whips. With what? Weren't the mask before? Trushka. Boss's chair.
You know, the kanji for chair comes out to strange mushroom.
Really?
Makes me think of a man's strange mushroom, if you know what I mean.
Seriously, is that the only thing you can think about right now?
Shelf. The entrance. Cold air is blowing from the AC.
I thought I told you to stop with the wolf whistles.
And I told you not to flatter yourself.
Cold air is blowing from passager. there are wine bottles lined up. A remote controlled car.
If only I could control you with a remote. Make you do this, make you do that.
An RC car. Was his friend Mario.
Only money rained down from the sky.
His friend Mario. A flag with a big patch on it. Soccer ball.
I've been wondering, which balls are bigger? Yours or this soccer ball?
The soccer ball.
The soccer ball, obviously.
Soccer ball. The volleyball. It's a Tanuki statue.
I can't believe it's not a raccoon.
What?
Well, it probably is. Just the urban legends and stuff change things. It's not the raccoon. So... Let's have a restaurant or curtain. A coffee maker.
There's something about a man who likes his coffee black. Black coffee puts hair on your chest.
Does it now?
And somewhere lower.
I understand. You are referring to Date's leg hair. It is quite prominent.
The coffee maker is sitting on the shelf. It's a king shogi piece. A pumpkin carved like a jack-o'-lantern.
Where should I put old Jack here?
I thought his name was Bill.
Pumpkin.
Happy birthday to you. That song used to be copyrighted, you know? But now
Yes.
it's public domain and I can sing it to my heart's content.
You could
Don't
do
you
this.
love it?
I mean, it makes sense as a fourth world reference, but you could sing it otherwise if you were a real person. A happy birthday banner, decoration, bookshelf. It has a ton of things stuffed in it. An electronic dart
So the
game.
darts board has all these holes and the tip of the dart goes in, right? It's kind of sexual, don't you think?
I do not understand. What is sexual about it?
You don't want to know.
Who is more inverted, Dante or the boss? They really match each other, they really start dating. The public bath door, the curtain. A map on the wall. Police poster. A boy band poster.
I sleep with a different one every night. They're so fluffy.
Oh, body pillow.
Right. The snowboard.
We should go skiing.
Try.
That was out of nowhere.
Is that a no?
Of course it is. We're in the middle of an investigation.
What? You don't want to go night skiing on my bunny hills?
I will not allow such scandalous behavior.
I was just kidding. What are you, jealous?
Yes, it seems like it. Is a triangular ruler.
Did you ever used to play with these rulers like a gun when you were in elementary school?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't have any memories from back then, remember?
Maybe I did. You got the problem with that. I also used them as a sword. Sword spike thing. Hold in this part that usually had the hand grip. You have no right to judge me for it. After everything you said when I'm going around your room like this. Gimbals. Drain picker. There's a lot of stuff hanging on the coat hanger.
Merry Christmas.
It's November.
It's getting closer. There's a... in there lowering the wall. Mysterious mask is displayed on the wall. Mysterious mask is displayed on the
Grandpa.
wall.
Answer me, Grandpa.
I'm really worried about mental health now. About her mental health now. Yeah, I was worried a long time ago. There's a clock of that to decide. Dead clock. There's a clock off to the side of the desk, a dead clock. There's a nice rug here.
Under no circumstances are you allowed to look under this rug. Do you understand?
What have you got under there?
The person rug. I'm curious now. What's this desk? There are stickers all over the front. She has a computer on her desk. Type that has a monitor built in. I jumped out of my eye socket. Was he sitting on the desk? I'm in Iva's line of sight.
Date and Iba saved Iris and Somnium, and that changed the history of the real world? Well, I guess it's not impossible.
That isn't what you said yesterday.
That was then, this is now. A woman's mind changes with the phases of the moon, you know.
No, it doesn't.
Is that
Anyway,
a period?
I believe in Date. I trust him more than anyone else in Abyss. Stranger things have been known to happen. 2 days ago, Date found Iris's frozen corpse in Mizuki's Somnium. It must have been a prophecy.
Boss.
There's a lot of stuff in this world that can't be explained by science.
No, maybe I just have a mental break then, and that's what I saw. Was a snake-fronish. Knack for change is one of her good qualities. Not having this is what she will live in. That's how she is established herself as a major player in the police department. Because she believes what she wants to.
Congressman Sajima is suspicious in more ways than one. Exhibit A. 3 days ago, So called Shoko Nadami's phone. We still don't know exactly why. He only told us it was meant to be private. Exhibit B. So Sajima was at Okiura Fishery Warehouse last night, but he didn't inform us of this. There must be something he doesn't want us knowing. Exhibit C. So was in Iris's Somnium. Dreams are constructed from memories, yet the good congressman denies he ever knew Iris.
Mizuki went to Bloom Park 3 nights ago. She was prompted by a Nile message from Renju.
Mizuki Daddy Mizuki Daddy is caught up in something serious. Please come to Bloom Park merry-go-round right away.
There are 3 possibilities. 1. Renju killed Shoko, or was an accessory to the murder. 2. Renju was threatened or blackmailed into luring Mizuki to the scene. 3. The culprit used Renju's phone to send the Nile message. In any case, the motive is still unknown. We need to talk to Renju.
Renju, where did you go?
You asked Mama at Marble for information regarding Renju Okiura, correct? It is possible she may have something for you by now.
I asked Mo for the information too. But I had to promise him a meeting with Iris. Momo can't wait for now.
We can talk to Iris's mom as well. She was Renju's classmate, right? Iba told me about her.
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras. The same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious. I would suggest searching the warehouse again. You may be able to discover why Iris was resurrected. It is absurd. Not possible. Dreams are figments of the imagination. An incident which took place entirely in your mind cannot have any bearing on the real world. That is preposterous. Consider it. If you were to find money in your dream, does your bank account balance go up in reality?
I wish.
If you were to be attacked by aliens in your dream, does a swarm of UFOs invade Earth?
I wish.
But at the warehouse,
You must have been hallucinating. Within Mizuki's Somnium, you saw Iris's frozen corpse. It is affecting your mental state.
Maybe
Last
Iris
night,
is,
you were so
maybe
fazed by it that
Mizuki
you
is
couldn't
psychic.
speak. If it bothers you to this degree, why not go talk to Iris?
I sent him home yesterday.
you released him?
What was I supposed to do? We can't hold him without solid proof. What we saw with Iris hasn't happened yet.
In any case, we have to speak with him again.
Maybe it did. Maybe Iris actually survived, and what we saw was something else. And so tried to kill Iris, but she got away.
Her cell phone is on. I can trace her via GPS. She is currently somewhere in the Lemniscape building.
There are 4 people I should talk to. So Sejima, Iris and Hitomi Sagan, and Mama. And I need to check the warehouse one more time.
We have many avenues of investigation.
Let's get moving.
Right then. I think I'm done with this recording section here. I thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed this couple of episodes. I see you all next time. Goodbye.